Welcome to another episode of CFOs Not Talking Finance, where we go beyond the balance sheet and try and explore the person behind the designation, behind the big title. Today, we're super lucky to have the CFO of VTrans, which is also one of our most valued clients. We have Mr. Sanjay Kangne. Thank you so much, Sanjay Sir, for joining us on the show. And today is a little bit of a different episode. Unlike a one-on-one generally with me and the guest, I have two dear friends also with me who are, of course, leaders at Contentra, leading finance transformation, digital transformation, the works. You can look up their designations and their fancy credentials on LinkedIn. But they bring a lot of depth and a lot of experience, and they will add a lot of value to this discussion. I'm so happy to also introduce Mayuresh Deshmukh, who heads the finance transformation at Contentra, and Avinash Merchant, who leads the entire open source ERP vertical at Contentra. Both of them, I think, will add a lot of value to this discussion. So this is more of a round table discussion, but with a square table, I guess. So everyone, welcome to the show. Welcome, MD. Welcome, Avinash. Welcome, Sanjay Sir.
Thank you.
I think the very first question that we want to ask Sanjay Sir is, he comes with, of course, crazy credentials. So he has worked in the government, he's seen the length and breadth of the public sector. He has dealt with a lot of capital intensive private companies as well. So he understands, volatile working cycles and working capital cycles. But today, as always, the podcast is going to be about who Sanjay Sir is beyond his experience and beyond his CA degree, beyond his IIM Indore course. So who is Sanjay beyond all of that is what we're going to explore. MD, do you want to start off, get the ball rolling and ask the first question?
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get started, so sir, मुझे पता नहीं लेकिन मेरे लिए तो ये पहला ही है, right? So your podcast. So जितना candid हो सके उतना ही candid रखेंगे. But I want to start with, like we say, CFOs Not Talking Finance. So your overall journey, right, from your school age to you being CFO, if you can just give us a glimpse कि किस तरीके से आपका school age था, उसके बाद college days, and then coming to finance world. Finance में भी आप पहले government से private sector, and then at this position at CA.
And CA क्यों चुना?
CA क्यों चुना? So that's along the way.
Going detail. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity and talking not only the finance other than the finance. So I was right from starting my journey. I raised from a middle class family. I studied in municipal school in Marathi medium, and my life took a turn when I lost my father when I was in 10th standard. So my mother, she has given a courage, she has pulled together. Even my two elder sisters, they given up their dream and they helped me financially also to chase my own dream. So that time it was a totally financial insecurity for my family. So there was time when there was no food, no shelter. I have seen the days where I went without food for 2 or 3 days. So it was very terrible life in my childhood time. I never had a privilege to attend or to take a new books from for the college days. So I studied from borrowed book only, and it was very hard time. But only faith, that is self-belief. So I believe in myself. That time also I realized my education only can pull me out of from the poverty. So that only the motivational factor that kept me motivating. So after my completion of my graduation, the easiest way and quickest way to come out from the poverty, it was the chartered accountant. We don't have to pay the hefty fees. We don't have to attend the private coaching classes. So it was the fastest and quickest way to achieve a desired goal in my life. In fact, my life taught me, because whenever you have nothing, means I was not having enough finance, then only you realize the value of money. And my life journey only taught me about the value of money, the value of single. Whenever you don't have the money in your pocket, then only you realize the value. And that was my life lesson, which motivated me for becoming a chartered accountant. So I did my CA without any private coaching classes, with my self-study. Even in that time, I could not have the proper decks or proper place to go by my study. I studied in garden under the street light also because I was staying in 180 square foot room. It was my bedroom also. It was our kitchen also. It was everything. 180 square foot ka room, and we were five in the family. We are the four children of, and my mother is there. So it was very difficult in that room to study and give concentration to your study. So I studied in garden in open environment. But one thing was there, self-belief. Because of that only, I completed my CA in second attempt. And after that, I joined, first I continued with the
Without any coaching.
Without any coaching, without any coaching. Without any coaching.
Very
I did my best. Then my first job was with advertising industry. It was the Hansa Vision where I spent 5 years. Then thereafter I joined the manufacturing organization. It was a listed company. Then I moved to the shipping organization. I spent there 3 years. Then I worked for the government organization. So before Vitrans, it was the government organization. I spent 5 years in government organization, Maharashtra Airport Development Company. I was there as a CFO. I was there as a director in two of the government companies. So I was in aviation industry. Now I joined Vitrans. So I work in all the transportation industry, right from the shipping, air transport. Now I am in ground transportation. So I work in service industry also. I work in manufacturing also. I work in listed company also, government company also, and the closely held private organization also. So I work in all departments.
आपका सर इंट्रोडक्शन ही मेरे पास इतने सारे सवाल लेके आ गए एंड गिव मी सो मेनी क्लूज सवाल पूछूं बट एक चीज मुझे पूछना है फ्रॉम एयरप्लेन्स टू ट्रक्स आपको लगता है आपके ग्रोथ के स्पीड को कोई ब्रेक लग गया या इट हैज स्टार्टेड मूविंग much faster?
No. It's not like the air or truck. It's about the believing in yourself and giving you 100% of any job. You have to love your job.
Correct.
You have to start loving your job, whether it is a small company or big company. Whenever you give your 100%, your success is bound to come.
Absolutely. Correct.
Yeah. So I was in aviation sector, but the culture was something different. So wherein the government culture, if you go into the government culture, you have to use your mind in limited manner only. You don't have to use your idea because it's very structured organization. And whenever you don't have any good of thought for your brain, then it affects your life also and your motive also and your career goal. So my career goal was not only to become a CFO. My career goal is to become a CEO, then to provide a directorship or any MNC, any big employer. So my career goal was not giving me a comfort level in my government organization. So that chance I got in Vitrans company. So it was the calculated risk that I took from changing settled government job for private organization again.
And generally, did you feel your creativity and decision making? You had to, put it under control because in a government organization, like you said, there is so much bureaucracy, there is red tape.
Correct.
To get one decision going, you might have to, jump the loop 50 times. So was that a little bit,
Yeah, that's why. Whenever you are in a different culture and you are very energetic and you want to keep things ruling or moving in the faster manner, it won't happen in the government organization because it's very structured organization. There are some rules and practices that have to be followed in government organization. You cannot go and take your own judgment or your own decision. It has to be, and the motive of the government organization is something different. Being as a chartered accountant, being as a finance person, you have always been taught to have a profit angle or get something out of whatever you are doing. Whatever thing you do, you see the motive, whether you are getting the profit from that, your cost is getting recovered or not.
Right.
But that is not there in the government organization. Government organization, the responsibility or role is something different. They are being working for the social development of the particular region or for social cause which get conflict with your professional characteristic or role. What have been taught to you throughout the career. So it is not getting jailed. So at some point of time, I give justice to my role, but after some point, it was not been, at my level, it was not been giving me job satisfaction, I would say. So that's why I changed from the government to private organization.
सर आई थिंक हम बहुत जल्दी आपके प्रोफेशनल पार्ट पे आ गए, बट देयर इज लॉट मेनी इंस्पिरेशन आई वुड लाइक टू ड्रॉ फ्रॉम योर पर्सनल जर्नी, सो आई टेक अ स्टेप बैक अगेन. आई रिमेम्बर हम जब ये शूट से पहले बात कर रहे थे, आपने मुझे बताया था कि आपने किस तरीके से कंप्यूटर सीखा था. तो जनरली अगर आप सीए हो तो ये दिया रहता है कि आपको कंप्यूटर के साथ ही रहना है, और ये मतलब आपके लिए कंप्यूटर इट्स लाइक अनदर ऑर्गन फॉर यू, राइट? सो
Correct.
उस केस में आपने आपके केस में कैसा कंप्यूटर सीखा था वो अगर आप हमें बताएं.
So I just said, because I lost my father in when I was 10, I was very in financial hardship. Even I was working when I was doing my schooling, I was working. So that time I was not able to spend enough money to learn the computer and other courses. So that time only way out was to get it done from some free courses. Okay, and that time the government came up with the scheme of the computer was being taught in IIT, ITI, Industrial Training Institute. They
Okay.
came up with some courses of computer that time, and it was new courses. And in addition to that, they came up with 2 batches. One was the morning batch, one was the afternoon batch. So morning batch was not suitable for me because I was doing the college also. So I was in 12th standard. So afternoon batch, so I had applied for the afternoon batch. So in morning I was completing my college, and afternoon I went for the computer course. Wherein in return I got the stipend from the government for learning the computer course. So I was getting the stipend from the government for learning the computer course. So I have the ITA degree from the government of Maharashtra. Plus I did my typing also. So I have typing degree also. Plus I have done the 1 year MBA course from IIM Indore. So I am degree also. I am the chartered accountant.
So whenever, sir, there are hardships for you, you find a way to get over the hardship. So because I mean, sorry, sir, but generally college students, the 11th and 12th standard specifically, that's when you said, you did this. People are looking to take a break, throughout the school.
How do we enjoy life?
Yeah, how do we enjoy life? The first time, we're meeting friends who are outside of our locality, because people travel a lot when they come to junior college, especially in Mumbai. So that's when people are interested, but you are still having that focus that no, I need to, productively upskill. I need to do this for myself. So what was the motivation behind that?
See, first, I always believe find opportunity in crisis. So your situation is best teacher for everyone. You have to learn from your situation. You have to come out from the situation. Again, they give the example when I was in financial hardship. So I was looking for who can give me my books. So I got the books rented from or gifted from there are various organizations who help the economic backward section in the society. So I used to get the books from this institution. I was getting my college book also, my class book also from this institution. Thus, because I passed out with good number in 10th, so I got the scholarship also, donation from this institution, which used me to run my own expenses. So I was not dependent on my family, because my family was only effort to help me and not for my education. So that was the 10th standard. 11, 12 also I did my computer from the IIT, wherein I got the stipend also. And for articleship, I was searching the firm wherein I get the good amount of the stipend. So my basic criteria was the stipend only. So that I was lucky. So I got a good opportunity for articleship, wherein I was getting that time the rate of the stipend was somewhere around 300, and I used to get around 1,500 my first year. Second year it was 2,000. Third year it was 2,500. So out of that some money I was supporting my family also. So my primary criteria was stipend. So CA, again I would say the CA is the cheapest and fastest way to come out from use knowledge and come out from your poverty. So your poverty should not define your destiny. You have to define your destiny.
I think
You
when
have
you
to
just
come
come
out
with
from
that
the
sort of
poverty.
spirit, a lot of things
Yeah.
changes. I tell you why I brought
There
up
are various ways or means, to keep going on and achieve your dream. It's not your situation should you not get confined with your situation. You should try. There are various ways and means available wherein you can have a career growth.
I tell you why I brought up this question, because sir once jokingly said this to me कि आप लोगों के शायद वक्त में आपने टैली सीखने के लिए पैसा दिया होगा कोर्स का. मेरे इधर गवर्नमेंट मुझे पैसा देती थी कि तू कंप्यूटर सीख.
I got it right from. I have the degree from ITM Mumbai also.
It's very intense. Yeah. I mean, you rarely see somebody who's actually been through so much, and then they are sitting at that level.
this level.
Yeah.
सर इसमें एक और चीज आई नो कि इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट आई मीन टू कम आउट ऑफ दिस हार्डशिप्स एंड उसके बाद फिर आप इसमें आए. बट इफ यू हैव टू पिक वन और टू मेमोरीज व्हिच यू मिस उस वक्त का, तो व्हाट वुड यू, मतलब अभी का वक्त एंड कमिंग फ्रॉम दैट लेवल, ऐसी कौन सी चीज है जो आपको लगता है कि वो वहां पे था एंड आई एम मिसिंग दोस?
I'm missing those my childhood days. It was, that's why I try to give that days to my daughter.
Right.
So it was, it was very hardship day. So I used to work when I was completed my 10. Thereafter also I used to work in the industry. It was the mixer motor manufacturing industry. So I was doing there a filing job. So I did the filing job also, fixing the screw in the mixer motor. So I was in that job also. So whatever I miss my childhood days. So childhood days, people would like to go for outing. They would like to enjoy. They go for the movie, go for doing their hobbies. I never had that kind of in my childhood. So I miss that all childhood. But yes, whatever I achieve after my education, I still enjoy single payment. Now I have my own car, my 2 BHK flat, my status in the society, and my society always give my example to their children. So they know from which background I came from. So in front of me, they give my example to their children. See how the Sanjay has grown up from slum area to like a chartered accountant, a Nobel professional in the society.
That must be so, I don't know, must give you so much validation, because now looking at your example, there might be so many other kids, so many other children who, keeping your example in mind, strive a little harder every day. So that must give you a lot of gratification.
Yes, not so many people are trying. I also help all the colleagues. So I was in writer safeguard also in that industry, wherein I got a team which was having the arts graduate also, a 12 plus person also, and my office timing there was the 10 to 6 in writer safeguard. So what I did, I started them classes, commerce classes. So I gave them the commerce classes from 9 to 10. Okay. So art student now learn the account and finance completely. A peon was there who was in 12th standard. Now he has completed his graduation also, and he has joined there as a regional accountant, writer safeguard. So I gave on Guru Purnima.
Also shows that that there is always a right path to move towards success.
So this is there. So I started on the classes also my team. So 3 students were there. Now they know how to handle the account and finance. So they are non-accounting background. They were either 12 class or either arts graduate.
और एक लास्ट सवाल सर, बिफोर वी मूव ऑन टू योर प्रोफेशनल जर्नी, एक ऐसी कोई मेमोरी जो अच्छी की अभी सब है लेकिन मैं वो मिस कर रहा हूँ.
So sir, I think what Mayur is trying to say is, we were just talking about this. We were talking about how kids these days, they have so many things to keep them busy. But we were talking about how वो highway के divider पे you can just sit one day and see all the cars passing by and try to read the number plates, with your friends, which was a mindless activity which you can spend 2-3 hours just doing. So simple luxuries of a pastime. So anything like that which you used to do as a kid.
Find your joys in the small things.
Maybe some dish that your mom used to make, or something like that.
Some hangout which you would like to do, those days जो आप नहीं कर पा रहे, because हमने जब जितने भी देखे celebrity interviews, उसमें हमने देखा कि यार अभी सब है लेकिन मैं ये नहीं कर पा रहा. I've seen 1 or 2 interviews of Mr. Nawazul Siddiqui, तो उन्होंने कहा था कि अभी सब है लेकिन वो वक्त नहीं है जो उस वक्त पे था.
अभी मैं बोलता हूँ ना कि अभी क्या है, now I started living the flat. If you go and stay in chawl na, that bonding, that culture,
community sense of community.
Yes. Whenever you get a chance na, at least spend 1 or 2 years of your career staying in the chawl. You will be in altogether different world. You cannot have that kind of life in your flat. Today, I don't know who is my neighbor, what they are doing, what is their name, what their children is doing. Whereas in child, I was having this social bonding with each and everywhere. Even I was staying in Kurla, I know who is their grandfather, who is mother, grandmother, their children, their daughter, or their village, where they came from, what is their education, what is their social background, what is their habit, what is the food quality, what is their food dishes in their house. Because in Chal, I was getting all the kind of nastas from the, all the neighbors. So I miss that one because I cannot enjoy right now. Even in Mumbai, so many Chals are there. Because of my status, I cannot go and stay back in Chal. But I always feel the Chal life is much better than the flat life.
It also makes you a bit more
So I miss that life. I really miss that life. I enjoy, but I am lucky to enjoy that life in my childhood friend. In my childhood, in my younger age also. I cannot give that life to my daughter.
Yeah.
So she's always been busy in mobile. That time mobile was not there. I was busy with my family, friends, and relatives. So that joy you cannot enjoy from the mobile.
But I think one thing he mentioned is I was lucky to live those days and calling those days as you being lucky.
Yeah, this says a lot. Those were, even though money was not there, the people were there. Now money is with me, but people are not there.
And like you said, you don't know, in Bombay, everybody is living in a very isolated world.
People are running behind the money.
True.
They are not, they are not adding the people. They are just adding monies. So our motive was changed. So in Chal, even though in Chal culture, the motive is something different. They keep on adding the people. In flat culture, we keep on adding the money, bank balances, without knowing the people.
But speaking of family, I mean, he just mentioned about the entire bonding which he had during his childhood. Now, in today's culture, if you see, even in your work culture, we see a lot of stress, we see a lot of long hours. How do you strike that balance between giving time to your work and considering you're a CFO? You'll already have your set of pressures. And how do you balance family as well?
Yeah. First of all, self-discipline, I think everybody should observe is self-discipline.
Okay.
Today also, even my office start from 9:30. I always be there in the office by 9 o'clock. I never pressurize my team member that should come, they should come. But I always say to them that come on the time, have a self-discipline, you get the 8 hours, give your 100%, whatever work is there, make sure to complete it. And I always believe I will be the first comer, means first goer in the office, and I always try to see that my team should leave office on time.
Right.
You must have observed. I take all my colleagues from my car, I drop them to their railway station, and then I go to the office.
I mean, advocate of this basically.
Yeah.
So I see him.
Yeah, that is there. So because of that only you can enjoy the balanced life, whether it's work life.
Yeah.
One of the another perception of government organization is about the corruption. It's not like everyone is corrupt in the organization. Because of the few people, the government organization is treated as a corrupt organization. It's not like that only. So everybody is not. You cannot judge all the people with the single incident.
So I have one. Sorry. Ending after you.
ये मेरा actually सवाल भी था sir, since you mentioned about the perception what you generally have, और at least हमारे वक्त पे ये बोलते थे कि everyone is racing for that government job, और ये कहते थे कि government job लग गया, that means your life is set now, अभी आपको और कुछ करना नहीं है. So I have two questions. One is you taking that leap from being in government observation, living that lifestyle, coming to private. ये एक. Second, कैसा होता है सर गवर्नमेंट जॉब, सब जन कहते हैं 9 to 5 मस्त है, मजा है, ऐसा होता है, एंड वहां से ये प्राइवेट सेक्टर में कैसा होता है, बिकॉज़ यू हैव सीन बोथ द वर्ल्ड्स राइट. सो आपको कैसा लगा था ये दोनों चीजों में क्या शिफ्ट होता है?
See, first of
और एक्चुअली में ऐसा होता है कि गवर्नमेंट में गए तो बस सुबह जाओ, पहुंचो, नाश्ता करो, खाना खाओ.
there are two kind of people. One who love to take the risk, one who don't want to take the risk in the life. They are very happy, they get settled, whatever they get. So there are always two kind of person. They always been there. In my friend circle, sir, many are trying to. They are very good, is happy in the government organization. I was the another kind of personality. I was always wanted to take a risk in the life, take the challenges, to explore the new things. So these kind of people, they never get settled in the government. You must have seen various IAS officers. They are also leaving the high-paying job in the government and they are joining the private. So pros and cons are there. So always it depend upon your personality, your personal preference, whether you want to get settled, want a safe life without taking any risks in the life. I'm not that kind of person. I always want to take the risks in the life, always grow in the life and do the new things and things that should challenge to my brain, my personality, my education.
So actually, this brings us back to the difference. A little more specific question.
Wherein private organization, in my organization, I'm lucky to get this kind of organization, wherein they are giving the freedom. Freedom is to me, whatever the idea is there, I can go and easily express that idea with my management and they're ready to accept the ideas, new things, innovation from all the senior members. So it's very good organization compared to the government organization which values the people and values their ideas. He must know because he has worked in our organization. So my organization really helpful in welcoming the ideas and adopting the new ideas also.
I think that's what also gives you the space to grow, to be able to
Yes. Whenever they value your ideas, it's a time, wherein you can see your personal growth along with the growth of your organization.
True.
That limitation was there in government organization. It was a top-down approach, whereas in a private organization, in my organization, the bottom up means all the people they are part of the team member. Even small ideas matter most for them. They welcome the idea if it is a fruitful and beneficial to our organization. They are always ready to implement that idea.
So 5 years you were in aviation, and you seem very passionate about it as an industry in general. So in those 5 years, do you feel, this is the tarif wala sir, do you feel that things have progressed, things are changing for the better? We have more and more lateral hires in the government. Do you think it's becoming more efficient? Because everybody likes to make passing comments that, okay, government is quite inefficient. But do you feel things are changing?
Things are changing. Things are been changing because in government organization also earlier they were getting their pay scale. Now the government also come up with the performance metricals. Now the various regulations are been there. Now the government started holding back their retirement payers. If they don't perform, if they do some wrongdoing, then they have to forgo their retirement payers. So government is coming with new ideas also, and they are providing way for the MBA economics to be part of the government. It's not only the bureaucrat, IAS officer. They are increasing the chances for the other players also to be participate in the government.
Lateral entry scheme.
Yes. You must have seen various advertisement in the government newspaper.
Yes.
Other than the IAS officer, they are welcoming all the professionals also.
Actually, KPIs coming to government is unheard of.
Correct.
They are coming with the
Ah,
KPIs.
so-
Yes.
No, because that's true. Otherwise, everybody thinks, okay, if you spend 5 years in the government, whether you are a horse or a donkey, it's the same.
But
Correct.
it is time-consuming process. Suddenly or one day, it's not going to change. It will take its own time.
And
Because
I
in
think
private organization, you have to place, you have to control on your, communication channel. You can control the people. But in government organization, it's at own pace. So it will take some amount of time or some time.
We're looking at like a
that
state
will
of
get
Maharashtra.
cultivated in each and every employee.
Yeah, you're looking at a large state of Maharashtra, so that itself is going to be a mammoth exercise to bring
Yes.
about that change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me bring it back to being apolitical now. So,
Yeah.
so sir, आपने गवर्नमेंट देखा वहां पे जैसे आपने कहा कि things take its own course to happen, whereas in private it's very dynamic, right? So V-Trans में the day you started, वो shift आपने किस तरीके से adjust किया? Because V-Trans essentially is a private company, right? They are here for profit. So that shift from government to private sector, ये कैसा और how easy or difficult?
It is not a new for me because I started my career with the private sector. So from first year of my career till 16 years of my career, I was in private industry. From again, it was a 5-year shift in the government organization. So that culture or that working style was there. So even if I was in government, I kept my same working style in a government organization also. So government organization, I handle various functions. So I got the aviation sector also. I have good knowledge of electricity business also because in Mihan we were having the deemed distribution licenses. So I have good knowledge of the electricity business also, dealing with the authority, getting the tariff approval also.
So advertising, manufacturing, shipping, logistics, aviation.
Aviation, government organization.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was the government organization, means it was the complete town planning only. So airport is just like a particular town only. You should have fire brigade, you should have ambulance, you should have hotel, you should have itineraries, you should have place for the passenger to roam around for shopping. You should have everything. It will be like a
mini town that
city
you
or
create,
mini township only. You should have proper supply of electricity, proper supply of water. So once you go into the aviation sector, you become the expert in everything. Managing water, managing electricity, managing food giants, managing the passenger, their complaint, everything. You get hand to all the area, including dealing with the regulatory authorities.
बट आपसे बात करके सर लग रहा है अभी कि गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी ने भी पीआर हायर करना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं कि काम नहीं करते, काम करते हैं गवर्नमेंट को भी काम करते हैं।
नहीं, correct. See, they are lack of marketing. Say their not main purpose is not for the earning profit. Again I'm saying their main motive is not something. Their main motive is to develop the infrastructure, and for that they don't need any kind of marketing.
But I still feel like what Mayur said, right? That today, everyone, if you ask a layman, they will always be like, "Sarkar kya karti hai?" As compared to that, if we at least have something demonstrable, कि हाँ भाई ये सारी चीजें हुई है, right? That will make a lot more difference.
Again, you will ask सरकार इतना भी खर्चा करती है PR हायर करने में। ये क्वेश्चन आप भी बोलोगे ना? Again you will ask the question, अरे सरकार ने 5 करोड़ खर्चा किया, मेरा को फंड था, it was been paid by me, it was collected from my taxes only.
So I think for them, work only speaks.
Yeah, normal. If you raise the hand with the government, you can say that the government is doing wrong thing for this. Again, you say government has to do this. Again, you say no, government has done this unnecessary expenditure in the form of advertising. अब आप बैनर देखोगे जहाँ पोस्टर लगा रहेगा कि बाबा गवर्नमेंट ने ये किया, वो किया. The banner is only for the making the awareness of the people, but other people take it in wrong way, saying that it's advertisement. Advertisement done by the government.
Right.
See, the moral of the story is very easy to stay outside and pass comments rather than being there and striking a balance.
For anything, you have to go into that culture. You have to understand their pain areas also. It's not just sitting outside and enjoying and passing of the comment. You have to be there in that culture only. Then you will understand their pain areas also.
It's like a cricket match. बाहर से लगता है कि ये तो 6 जाना चाहिए।
जाना चाहिए। जब आप खेलने को बोलेंगे, आप मोबाइल में you can win a race. फरारी दौड़ा सकते हो, लेकिन फरारी चलाने के लिए जो टेक्निक रहती है, जब फरारी में बैठोगे तो ही पता चलेगा ना।
Sir, I have a question again. We can cut this if needed. And this doesn't obviously fall under the purview of the Maharashtra Airport Development Company. But what are your thoughts on the Navi Mumbai Airport? Unfiltered, candid thoughts.
Yeah. So this is a great initiative that is taken by the government of Maharashtra, and it was been needed for the development of our country, because there is a lot of congestion in Mumbai Airport. So their daily flight movement is more than 900, and which is impossible to handle that kind of congestion in any airport.
In any airport. Apparently, it's the most congested airport.
Whenever the congestion is there, risks of having the accident and casualties more.
Right.
And it was the need of ours, because if you see, it is not only for the Mumbai, it was the entire country. He was asking the similar question: 2-tier city, 3-tier city. See, it is not the 2-tier city and 3-tier city. There is a hub and spoke model in every industry.
Right.
Mumbai is hub. Unless and until the Jalgaon airport get the landing space in Mumbai, they can't run the flight.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, same kind of Sindhudurg airport. They has to give the space in the Mumbai airport. Then they can operate to and fro flight.
Yes.
So it is not because of Mumbai was the congestion, and that was the hampering the entire India for development, because you cannot add more flight. So many airports are been there, just they are waiting a space for landing and takeoff from the Mumbai airport. That congestion is there. Then you will see, you will get the flight from Mumbai to 2 tier cities frequent. The frequency will increase. That because of the congestion, the frequency is not there for the remote location, and
By-
that will get open up.
And by default, that will boost a lot of other things. in the
Correct.
region.
That will get open up, and if you are saying that is a great initiative, but for any initiative, because why the public sector is not there? Main was to take the land from the agriculture, the farmer. It
Yes,
was
yes.
one of the biggest and time-consuming
Land
tasks to
acquisition.
take land acquisition. It was the biggest and time-consuming
Correct.
task, and it will involve lots of money. It's not very easy to take a land from the farmer because you have to give the justice to the farmer also. You have to pay their dues also, and you have to settle their legal cases.
Correct.
Also.
How many years did it take? After everything,
Almost more than years spent in the land
Land
acquisition.
acquisition.
For any infrastructure project, the biggest times that get spent in the land acquisition only.
That's also a reason why
Correct.
project like NASA failed. Because ultimately land acquisition was not done in the right manner.
Yes. And in land acquisition means you should give the justice to the
Yeah.
everyone. Not only the government should compulsory take the land acquisition. You have to give the justice to the farmer, the landowner also. They should not deplete with their right also. So whatever their due, we have to pay them their due.
I mean, at the end, you are talking about livelihoods of people. So
Correct. Because you are again they are taking their jobs.
exactly.
And not only their land bank, you have to take their job, their next generation, career growth also.
Right.
So you have to accommodate it not only with their money, you have to create the job from them also.
Absolutely.
So government has to manage the multiple things. So
Yeah.
sitting outside and just passing responsibility on the government. It is the
I mean, this gives us a very different perspective in terms of
correct.
what the government does, why the government does what it does.
Correct.
Chitra, thanks for asking this question. I was trying to draw a parallel between government and private sector, but one I got that is hub and spoke model. It's there in aviation industry also, and it's there in their V-Trans also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one
V-Trans
of
is
the
there.
model is there with hub and spoke.
Yeah, how and spoke. Everywhere in aviation also in our industry.
I think it's
how and spoke.
across logistics.
Yeah, and
Across logistics.
so my mother was an air hostess. So there, one of their flight patterns was also called hub and spoke.
Yes.
So she would have to, go to a particular place, go to another place, then come back and then
Yeah,
come back.
correct.
again. Right.
That's
So-
in logistics.
Yes.
Yeah, and logistics. Correct. These are far-reaching effects that we don't even think about. Like what you just said, other carriers can also come and operate. You
Yes,
don't see a
yeah.
lot of specific airlines that are operating in India. So you're saying this has that kind of far-reaching effect also.
Correct. And ultimately, what is going to it's going
More
to be
routes.
benefit to
Yeah,
our
customers.
common people also. Common people may who travel by the air. Ultimately, if the more players are there, then there is a fair competition between them, and ultimately it is going to benefit the us only.
Absolutely, yeah.
See, I think 3 or 4 years back when 3-4 spares were there, that time the airfare was very much affordable or reasonable. Now only 2 players are there, and we have to pay a hefty airfare because of this only.
So you see,
So there is
this
no
also
competition. Presently, there is I can see there is no as such competition. Only
Right.
2 major players
Major
are
players
there.
are there, right?
सर के साथ इतना fluently conversation चल रहा है, it can go on for hours and hours. So
Correct.
I came here to tell us कि when to waste time.
Yeah, but no, we
But,
want to do a rapid fire also.
Yes.
And you guys can chip in. We have some questions firstly.
Yes.
So we spoke about, I think, 7 industries. We counted 7
Yeah.
to 8 industries. Which is the industry that you have not yet explored, but you would love to explore, either professionally or just out of curiosity also?
Industry, renewable sources industry.
Okay.
So I would like to expose now it is need of ours because there is scarcity of all the sources. So whatever.
And in fact, aviation and logistics are all fossil fuel heavy industries.
Yes,
For you
so
also, that's
renewable
more of
sources
a-
are there where I would like to try my hand because it is a need of our that we should have the renewable sources of energy in places like in the renewable batteries are there, alternate source for the petrol, diesel, and which is more costly and we have not been manufacturing that. We have been importing. So India should look into that and try to have alternate sources of renewable sources. So that industry really, if I get a chance, I would like to work for that industry.
Wonderful. And with ESG coming, that's also super significant.
Yes.
So this is the next question is something which Mayuresh had told us earlier. You are extremely tech savvy and you're very passionate about technology and integrating that with finance and automations and all. But at the end of the day, ERP or Excel or your instincts, ultimately what will you trust when you have to make a tough decision?
I will trust people.
Oh yeah, that was a good option. I should have added that to the option.
Whether it is earlier when in my articles the people used to write in long book. I was doing the audit of Bank of India, wherein they were publishing daily balance sheet.
Okay.
They are used to write in long book, and even though they are publishing the balance sheet, and we were accepting that balance sheet. Why? Because we are trusting the customer. Again, there was the era wherein typewriter came. Again, we were typing on the balance sheet in typewriter. Why we are trusting that balance sheet? It's not that we are trusting the computer, we are trusting the people.
The people.
Then computer comes. Again, computer is giving some different figures. If you take balance sheet from this source, other source, from Oracle, SAP package, it will give different result. But again, you have to start trusting the people. You have to trust the people. Who you are giving the figure, who is giving the MI. So
we have to ERP guys here. They are both going to say no, but you can build controls within the ERP.
No, but this is not nicely said.
Yeah.
No. It is the people. I believe I trusting the people and not the package. If you are right kind of team, then whatever the package will be there. Either it is Tally package, Excel package, ERP package, SAP package, AI. You can bring every kind of automation, but you should have right people and you should start trusting people. Then only you can get the desired result.
It's the man behind the machine.
Amazing. So for you, finance transformation means people at the heart of it.
Yes.
It stands with our motors.
Nothing can replace the people. Ultimately, it is the people, and you start trusting the people.
I have a connecting question to this. I know the rapid fire, but then I would still want to ask.
Okay.
So, whenever I have any conversation with you, it always revolves around technology, AIs, and all those new age things, right? But technology comes with its own pros and cons. And when it comes to technology, one of the cons which I could refer now is basically excess use of social media, right? With you talking about technology every now and then and still keeping distance from social media, how do you strike that? Because मुझे पता है कि आपको कोई भी social media में account handles इतना नहीं है, but आप tech savvy भी हो. So आज तो it's on your fingertips कि आप कोई भी social media.
So my style is something different. What social media is do? You want to connect with the people. Social media is connecting with the people. So I connect orally with the people.
You do it
Why
in person.
you want to have
Yeah.
Not
why you want to have
not on
a
screen.
basis? I always used to tell Mayuresh, अरे बाबा textbook message क्यों भेजता है? Whenever you need, call me. Even contractor team work in my office.
Nowadays people call it.
Yeah, I tell always not to drop off. Whenever you require, whatever thing that will get solved with the immediate phone call or meeting with the people, it is the fastest way of the communication. Instead of putting in the mail, writing the mail, लंबा मेल लिख के उसका फिर कोई रिप्लाई करेगा. Instead of you can go and sit with the across the table with that people and you can solve all the kind of problem instead of getting handicap on because of your social media, email communication. So I believe in connecting with people by face-to-face discussion, and that's why I don't know I need the social media. Whenever I take time from my office, I connect with my family, my friends. I enjoy a lot with my family, my childhood friends. Still my childhood friends are there with me.
But to the soho in you, isn't that a boomer thing to do?
Not at
Talking
all.
up for
Not at all. In fact, that was going to be my next question. That you mentioned about social media. Do you think, sir, because you're into technology, do you think AI is also making people a bit more dumb? Email लिखने के लिए भी वो लोग ChatGPT में query डालते हैं, copy paste करते हैं. Do you think that is also making people more dependent, more dumb as compared to what our generations have been?
No, I don't think this is going on here.
No, you have to see the technology from this different perspective. So what technologies we are doing? It's improving your writing skill. If I would say The earlier I was using not a proper English. But if I put that in AI and if AI giving me the correct answer in a proper writing, and if I use that writing and in second time, if I require some kind of, and if I learn from that writing and implement that in my second email, then it will be beneficial for the user.
So I think
Instead of that user keep on struggling, that AI has come, which is helping him for improvising his work only. But it is ultimately depend on the people how they are going to take the help of the AI. If they keep on copying and pasting from the AI, today or tomorrow you are going to come to know that this mail has came from the AI only. But whenever you paste and you get some answer, you have to learn from that answer and you have to improvise your working style. That is the benefit you should take from the AI. You should not get over dependent on the AI. You have to use that AI and you have deploy that AI. AI को अपना एक कलीग बना दो, उससे काम करवा के लिए, नहीं कि अपना काम उसको दे दो. It depend है आपको कैसे करना है.
Interesting perspective.
Amazing.
Over to you for rapid fire.
Yeah. So now that was the end of the rapid fire.
I've got one rapid fire.
Sure.
One rapid fire question. And sir, you have to pick one. I'm being upfront about it. So, government organization or a private sector?
I would say both the pros and cons.
So that's what you have to pick one.
You have to pick one.
No,
Because we don't get very often a guest who has worked in government and
This
private.
is I don't think we will have a guest who has worked in both.
yeah. So again, I would say both the pros and cons. But given a chance, I would always love to work in private organization.
Just you get to be you. You get to make decisions.
Yes, this is it.
Amazing. So I
So
think
job satisfaction is more than in private sector rather than in government. Job security and job satisfaction are two different things. So for me, job satisfaction is more relevant than job security. So I would prefer private organization rather than government organization.
That's a diplomatic one, but yeah, I think.
Not
but he gave a preference. Private sector.
You gave a preference.
See, if you ask somebody else, if you ask him, he would prefer the government job because he value more to job security, not
Pankaj, would you
the
prefer?
job satisfaction.
Good.
If you calculate the people, like if take 100 people, 80 people will go for the job security rather than job satisfaction.
I mean, jokes apart, but yeah, you're right on that.
So thank you, Sanjay Sir. It was absolutely fantastic having you here. It was like a masterclass, not just on how to balance your personal and professional life, but also learning about business models of so many different industries. So I think that was fantastic. You know, this movie called Ratatouille, it says, obviously that movie was about cooking and chefs, and it said a great chef can come from anywhere. But I think a great CFO also can, come from anywhere. You've built your entire legacy. You have, come from the most hard, turbulent times, and you have built a wonderful legacy for yourself. So super inspiring. So those are my past, parting thoughts. But since we have, co-hosts also today, I would love to hear from MD and Avinash also in terms of what they thought, and then ultimately, so your thoughts on the episode. So MD, you go first.
Absolutely, sir. I mean, first of all, thank you for taking this time out because, as I mentioned, right, you generally do not get to interview someone who has worked in government organization and now pursuing his career in private. So that gives us far more insights on how government organizations generally work because we are always privy to how private organizations work, but government. So thank you so much for taking this time out. And as I said, I think this will also give our viewers a view that government is doing lot many things, but probably it's not coming to you in a way how private sector generally goes on to marketing. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
And thank you very much for providing and giving me the opportunity and talking other than finance.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Sanjay Sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.